just like first thing, like landing on it, like
Yeah.
you're the head of product and you've worked with our designer on everything that everyone's looking at. How have you thought about the design and why have you gone for such a visual approach?
So much thought has gone into the look and feel of this product. And when you're starting, when you're launching a software business, all your investors just say MVP, just get something out there. And we're like, but if you get something out there that works but doesn't look good, then the fashion industry will turn its nose up at it. You know, Oliver knows too well, like if a presentation goes out and the font's on the right size, I'm like, change that size font. Like, I care so much about these things because the little detail, for instance, you probably can't see it on here, but like we've got little like illustrations when things load, we've got all these fun little touches, little icons that do things, because that's the stuff that, you know, if something, we're not going to have every feature that someone wants, but it's the thing that makes someone smile when they're like going in between tabs. Because the problem with so many tools out there is they're so functional. And if you're working, that's fine in some industries. It's not fine in my opinion. I think every industry deserves to have a tool that is an enjoyable user experience. But if you are trying to win people over, so this is how people are working currently. This is an example of how people manage their timelines currently. I've actually put some colors in there. Normally there's no colors. Lists, no thumbnails. Honestly, when we just open up our page and then they're like, oh, we can see our product. The amount of hours that, so we spoke to a brand yesterday who they actually had someone whose sole responsibility was to chop out pictures of product. They've got 10,000 styles, chop out pictures of a product and embed them into an Excel spreadsheet. And we're like, that's nuts. So make the thumbnail a big thumbnail. If I jump into a tech pack, for example, it's just all really visual. This is the materials. You can then have the detail behind. So a lot of it is like image first and then the detail. Obviously, there's a lot of detail. You don't want to sacrifice that, but you go and find that when you want. So what we're kind of looking at here, and please do interrupt me, Ben and Oliver, because you also coming into our business, sometimes you explain things better than I do because I'm so in, they're like, you're getting too in the detail. What, like the concept of what we've got here. So we've got, this is the brand platform. This is the kind of landing page. I'm going to go back into the project quickly there. So just go into September. I think that was the name of it. And we've got this is a shared workspace that you have with a factory. We have two platforms. We have the brand platform and the manufacturer platform. So we haven't just, where some of the other platforms that have been around for a while fall down, is that you give your factory a access to certain parts of your platform. Now that is really centralizing it around, like, you know, that means that it's a brand platform and you're just giving certain rights to a factory, but actually factories deserve their own, like they have to have value outside of just looking into a brand's workspace. So we've designed a manufacturer platform that basically the two interface with each other. There are features in both which are kind of sit alone, but the kind of core of it is that what happens on the brand side, they choose to select a factory and then it appears on the factory side, and then they kind of communicate back and forth around dates, around styles, around costs, around documents. So it's kind of like this shared workspace that is about communication, sharing of documents, sampling, iteration of styles. It's everything that could happen between you and your factory, between the start of a styles journey and it being delivered to a warehouse.